This is Brotato. It is a game where you kill enemies. But what makes this unique from most other just killing enemy games is its wide collection of characters. Now, out of all these characters, my favourite has got to be the Multitasker. He is strong, he is efficient, and he's just a well-rounded character. He's even more well-rounded than the character literally called Well-Rounded. He allows you to equip 12 weapons at a time, which is double what you normally can. He also loses 5% of his damage every time you get a new weapon. So, not great, but if you can get that damage back, the ability to equip 12 weapons more than makes up for it. So, let's see how long it takes for me to beat the game using the Multitasker. We're also going to try deduce the best weapons and the best items. Now, when I started doing these runs, I started trying with a bunch of different weapons. The Cacti Club, the Lightning Shiv, the SMG, bunch of different weapons. And all of those weapons are good, but they also tend to deal very little damage, especially with the Multitasker's lose 5% damage per item debuff. Now, some weapons, like the Lightning Shiv or Cacti Club, are good for really cluttering the screen with projectiles, which means in the early game you can just decimate through everything there, but when you get to these big enemies that have tons of health, you just don't hit them. Well, you do, but you don't deal enough damage to kill them. So, yeah, that's not a great option, but let's see what is better. Now, with the Multitasker, since you lose 5% damage, what actually tends to be better are weapons that deal high damage. So basically, you can get that damage back, and you don't really need to clutter the screen. You only need to kill the stuff near you that is in danger of harming you. You don't need to hit everything on the screen and kill all the weak things that aren't actually giving you problems and chasing you. You need to kill what's chasing you and what's giving you problems. So yeah, this isn't exactly the, not the best option, the Cacti Clubs and Lightning Shivs. So let's instead try the laser guns. Now these guns are pretty darn good. They sometimes get you killed quite quickly in the early game, but if you survive the early game, it is more than worth it. Honestly, this is such a good gun, but yet it just doesn't quite cut it for the final wave where you have to fight a boss. It's just not the best gun you can use. So what is? Well, technically the laser gun is the best gun you can use, but not the best weapon. The best weapon, honestly, I would say has to be the ghost weapons. There are 3 ghost weapons: the ghost axe, the ghost scepter, and the ghost flint. They all follow the same premise. Every 20 enemies you kill whilst using one of the weapons gives you an increase in one of your stats. For the axe, it's damage. For the flint, it's attack speed. And for the scepter, it is health. And let me tell you, health is important, especially for that final boss. Like, dude, if you don't have high enough health, even with an amazing weapon, you stand no chance against this thing. And the ghost axe helps with the damage, of course, but the main reason these weapons are so good is because of the ghost scepter. The ghost scepter is the one that gives you the health. It's also ranged, so it's a 2-in-1 combo. You can attack enemies from a distance before they get chasing you, which is it's not nice when enemies are chasing you. So killing them before they get chasing you is a good idea. But yeah, the reason the Ghost Scepter is so good is mainly because of the fact that the amount of health you can get with this thing is such a huge win, and the Ghost Axe complements that super nicely. Not only do you now have a heavy hitting melee weapon that is getting you more damage on both the melee and the ranged weapon, but damage is what you lose with the Multitasker. So getting that damage back is going to be so helpful. So, what are the best weapons and what are the best items? Well, honestly, I'd have to say the third best weapon is the laser gun. The second best weapon is the Ghost Axe, and both of them follow the same principle of get back that damage you are losing. But the best weapon of all with the Multitasker, I'd have to say, is the Ghost Scepter. It's ranged, and because of the Multitasker, you can have a lot of them, and it gets you so much health, it is honestly insane. This weapon is so good. But what about items? Well, I'd say the third best item is the cake. A simple thing that gets you +3 health, but at the cost of -1 damage. Then I'd also say the cute monkey, because no matter what character you're using, this guy is overpowered. And then finally, the best item to get is the injection. +7 damage at the cost of only 2 health is way worth it. And if you get this thing along with the cake, you literally get +1 health, +6 damage. That is OP. Well, yeah, hope you enjoyed this video. See you in the next one. Bye.